What's up? My name is Jam. Welcome to this week's review of the Real Houses of Nairobi. This is episode 4. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Support a bitch.
Support me, bitch.
I actually enjoyed this episode. I really did. And Dr. C is funny. Her confessionals are funny. Her commentary is funny. Dr. C is just funny. So that's why I enjoyed this episode, because of Dr. C mainly. Okay, so the episode started off with Mine and Charles. So Charles was surprising Mine. So he took Mine to Sankara, the hotel. He had a photo shoot booked. He bought some clothes for her. They went to dinner. And also he surprised her with tickets to Turkey. Listen, when I first watched it, I was like, this really looks familiar. This really looks familiar. And then when I watched it the second time, I was like, wait a minute. So if you've watched Real Houses of Beverly Hills, the latest season, PK and Dorit did the same thing. So Dorit is a cast in Real Houses of Beverly Hills, and then PK is her husband. PK did the same thing: hotel, clothes, photo shoot. The only difference is PK didn't have tickets to go anywhere. and then with PK, he used Kyle, who's Dorit's best friend, to set up this whole thing. So with this one, Charles did it all by himself, or rather, we were shown that he did it all by himself. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with, people inspiring you to do something. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing with Charles and Mine, the previous episode, when Mine was surprising Charles, like, I'm pregnant, she also copied that from Portia Williams from Real Houses of Atlanta, because that's how Portia surprised Dennis, her baby daddy. So those are two things that you've got. Now, I don't think Mine, I feel like Mine thinks we haven't watched the other Real Housewives. I think she thinks it's the first Real Housewives we've watched, and we will not notice such things. We will. So for me, watching Mine is just, I know she's going to come with something that she's taken from, from one of the Real Housewives, in the international ones. There's nothing authentic. Nothing original from that girl. Nothing original at all. So, but it was a cute surprise. The next scene was Dr. C and Farah. They meet up. Farah was like, the last time I saw Dr. C, it's Mine's event. The last time I saw her, things were not so good. So I just want to catch up and talk and just make sure things are good with us. The thing, they didn't show us any resolve, because that when they were leaving, Dr. C and Farah were really not good. And Dr. C was like, Farah, you still my people. Farah, you have this misconception about me. So we didn't see the resolve. All we saw is Farah inviting Dr. C to her studio. Farah inviting Dr. C to the sound healing, which we saw later that she did she invited Zena also. But we did see Farah opening up a bit about her fitness journey. She said the reason that she's into bodybuilding and fitness is because when eventually she has kids, because she's gonna have kids when she's much older. I think she's like 40. Yeah, 40. She wants to be able to run around with her kids, even if she's 60, 70. And I felt like it was sad and also cute at the same time. I felt like it was sad and cute at the same time. But yeah, basically, Farah invited Dr. C to her studio. Farah invited Dr. C to her event, the sound healing, and also the bodybuilding thing, the mind, body, and soul. Dr. C then told Farah, listen, the reason I left Mine's event early is because I just found out about the kidnapping story. Just moments before I got to Mine's event, I just found out about the kidnapping story. So I didn't know that she was going to be there. So when I saw her, I was shocked. And I was like, you know what? I have to make sure my daughter is okay. Now, Dr. C, you're kind of exaggerating, because I don't think Zena would kidnap your child and you guys want to show together. I don't think that would happen. But I get what she said. I got what she said when she said, I just found out about this woman, and then now I'm seeing this woman, and I didn't think this woman was going to be at this event. And clearly, Mine and Vera are the ones who told about the kidnapping story. Now imagine they tell you this, and then they invite Zena there. So like I said last review, it was smart for Dr. C to leave that event. This was clearly a setup, but it was very smart for her to leave that Mine event. The next scene was, Dr. C and Haddad. This was really my favorite scene. Dr. C and Haddad Filippo, they went to the Texas Cancer Center. So her dad had cancer. And I think this was like a checkup or something like that. But when Dr. C, in her confessional, she was speaking fast, she was speaking lawyer, and I loved it. And then she was just explaining when her dad got cancer, they had to go, her dad had to get surgery. And everyone in the village is like, why is her dad sick? Where is she getting all this money? Is she sacrificing her dad? Everyone thought that she was devil worshipping. Let me tell you this, the thing about Dr. C, she's just raw. She will say whatever she wants to say. How you perceive it, it's up to you, but she's raw. And I love that about her. She doesn't pretend. She really doesn't pretend. Like even in that confessionals, Akikoroga Kiluya, it was just, you could just see it's just flowing. There's nothing fake about it. Even her saying, people thought I was a devil worshipper just because I have money and my dad is sick and I can handle this. Like, it was just flowing. I felt so sad for her saying that she feels bad that she can see life just leaving her father. You know, when your parents get older, you just know time is ticking, especially if they're sick. You know, time is ticking. So I felt sad for her because you can tell her and her dad are really, really close. So I felt really bad for her. But I love that scene. That was my favorite scene. Vera and Farah, they meet up. They were doing bachata dance. Yeah, it's the Dominican Republic dance. So Vera comes in. I don't know, guys. Is there too much ass? Is there too much ass? And then this too much ass is not even looking really cute. Vera's body does not look appealing. It is not appealing. It is not attractive. I'm sorry. Vera's body does not look good. And then her shading Farah in her confessional saying there is nothing aspiring about Farah's body. I'm like, she has a better body than you. I would rather have Farah's body than have your body. Like, her body is not attractive at all. When she came in wearing that dress, her ass looked botched. Her ass kind of looks botched. Like, at sometimes I'm like, because Vera says that her ass is real. I swear it does not look real. It looks super botched. It looks super awful. Her body is not giving. Let me stop talking about her body too much. They sit down, they talk about, they did the dance, of course. Vera with some cute remarks. This dance is so intimate. You should do this dance with your boo and all that. They finish and they go sit down. They talk about their divorce. They talk about Brown moving on. Vera says she's cool with Brown moving on. Farah also talks about her divorce also. And then Farah invited Vera to her event, the Mind, Body and Soul, that's going to be happening at her studio. And she had 2 invites. Now, when she was giving Vera the invite, she said, I know you're inviting a friend also, so here's your invite. I felt like this scene should not have come before the next scene where Vera is meeting the new housewife. Because now we are saying, Vera is coming with a friend, but we haven't been introduced. Like, I feel like this scene was supposed, I don't know if you guys understand me. So when Vera got the invite, she was getting 2 invites because Farah said you're bringing over a friend. She was getting 2 invites. The new friend is the new housewife. So I felt like they should have introduced the new housewife first and then showed us that Vera is coming with the new housewife, or rather Vera is getting an invite for the new housewife. So I guess that one was either the production or the editing. I don't know, one of them. But she got an invite. She got 2 invites. Now the next scene, which I'm saying, this scene should have come before the Vera and Farah scene. Vera is meeting up with the new housewife, Regia. So Vera was supposed to meet her at her house, but Regia changed the location. Why? She didn't say. People online are saying she's married to this important person, and I guess he didn't want to shoot at their place. But anyway, according to the show, she didn't say it. She just said Vera said the locations changed, and Vera was not happy because Vera was like, I just dressed up to go to someone's house. She was in Adera, and that awful wig she was wearing, I didn't like her wig. She was in Adera and a wig, so Vera was not happy. She's like, people are gonna see me and be like, is that Vera Sidika looking just plain? Like, the insecurities these bitches have is funny. Anyway, Vera got to the cocktail place or the restaurant, and then Reja came in. Reja is beautiful. To me, Reja is really, really beautiful. She's half Sudanese, half Congolese, half Rwandese. And what was the other half? Half Sudanese, half Congolese, half Rwandese, and half Ugandan. So I'm guessing it's quarter, because you can't be half of all those. Quarter. I feel like she's really, really beautiful. She came in, Vera came in before her. Vera was not feeling her at all. Vera did not want to talk to her. Vera did not want to say hi to her. Okay, rather did not want to hug her. She's like, we were supposed to meet at your house. I'm not very happy. Vera was not happy at all. She said, I can hug you. She apologized, just said something came up. There is no way we could have met up at my house. They say that they're friends. They know each other through mutual friends. Vera says she's an acquaintance. I'm glad Vera said that. Instead of saying, oh, we're friends, I know her like this, I'm glad Vera just said straight up, she's an acquaintance. And I feel like Vera was not the right person to introduce Reja, because later on we saw Reja knows, I hope I'm saying her name right. Is this Raja or Reja? I'll figure her name out, Raja. Because later on we saw that Raja and Dr. C know each other. So I'm wondering, why couldn't you have used Dr. C to introduce Raja to us? Why did you have to use Vera, who clearly they really don't know each other like that? Because someone who doesn't even know that you have cancer, because Raja eventually told us that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Someone who doesn't even know that you have breast cancer, you guys are really not friends. Okay, maybe she doesn't have to know. You know, people do hide some stuff. But it would have been better if Dr. C introduced her, because we saw they know each other. Because Vera, clearly, they don't know each other. Anyway, Vera gave her the invite that Farah gave her. Like I said, this scene should have been before the other scene, because I felt like they should have introduced Reja first. Farah takes Farah and the sound healing thing. So Zena came in fast. And then Dr. C came in, and they were already lying down to do the sound healing. When Dr. C came in, already Zena was just pissed off already. Dr. C said hello to Farah, and then Dr. C said, hi, Zena. And Zena was so childish about it. Like, she didn't even respond. Zena did not respond at all. They went and lied down, and they did the sound healing. I probably would enjoy the sound healing, but I don't think I am... I don't know if it's calm enough to just sit down and lie down and just listen to the sound healing. I don't think I have that. But I would love to do that. I would really love to do that and just listen to the sound and just let my mind chill. But I don't think I'm that calm. After the sound healing, they sit down, and then the man who was just doom, that man gave them cards to pick, and they all picked some cards. Dr. C picked a card about she has to be honest and all this, and she's like, so I should be more relaxed. And Zena was like, you should stop being mean. Anyway, Farah wanted them to resolve the issues that they have, Dr. C and Zena. Zena stood up and left and started crying. I felt like, Zena, this was a chance, or this was the time you would have talked to Dr. C. But I'll tell you why Zena did not want to talk to Dr. C. They stood up and decided to go somewhere else. I think they went inside, like, because they were doing the sound healing outside. So when they went inside, Dr. C is explaining, you called me a fossil, you called me a witch. I didn't say nothing about your mother for you to be so angry and be like, oh, you said something about my mother. Well, Dr. C, when they were fighting the last episode, when Zena called Dr. C, you're an antique, Dr. C responded, like your mother. When you're arguing, yes, some words can come out. I don't think it was right for Dr. C to say that, because remember, Zena's mother had passed, so she should have been a little bit sensitive. But Dr. C apologized and said, if I said anything about your mother that hurt your feelings, I am sorry. Zena acted like a child this whole sit down, and I'll tell you why. The whole time Dr. C is trying to talk, Dr. C is trying to just resolve things, Zena is so agitated. Shut up, just shut up. Let me leave, because I've done a lot of things in my past and I'm not proud of them. So I'd rather leave than do something here. I'm like, you are a grown ass woman. You can sit down and talk without it being a fight, an argument, throwing things. You can just sit down and talk. Now you're getting so worked up. Dr. C is just sitting there like, okay. Farah is just sitting there like, okay. She was like, let me leave before I do something. Zena was just childish to me. Zena was really, really childish to me. Anyway, Zena left. Zena left. Dr. C was telling Farah, you've done a lot to try and mediate and try and get us to resolve this, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but that was the end of that scene. I swear, Zena acted so childish. The next scene was Dr. C and Vera. They go to a strip club. When I tell you Dr. C had me laughing this whole scene, Dr. C was like, I have never seen so much ass in my life. And then, what did she say? When she was describing the girl, she said, those glutes, Maximus muscles, people are worshipping in this club. Dr. C is like she was in a whole nother world. I don't think Dr. C has ever been to a strip club, because she said, I always see this place, I think it's a casino. Dr. C was just like, oh my God, look at her ass everywhere. She was really happy. I know her husband would not even care, because Dr. C says her husband doesn't really like big asses. So I think Dr. C can't even take her husband to that strip club. He wouldn't enjoy it, to be honest. But Dr. C was just like, oh my God, oh my God. Vera said she wanted to take Dr. C there because that's her home. And I was like, yeah, it is. It is your home. I don't know why she took her there though, but yeah, it is her home. So it's the day of Farah's event. It was at her studio. I love that we are getting to see someone's business. So far, it's Farah's and Dr. C. I think Raja, they showed a snippet. I hope we see it more. And also Zena. We did see Zena's businesses. I love seeing their businesses. It's nice. So who came in first? Dr. C came in first. Dr. C was struggling with the workout. So wait, Farah's event is mind, body, and soul. Remember, it's a studio, so they're working out. She had her friends there. She had some other women that also work out, and that's their brand. Dr. C was struggling with the workout. That's me. I would struggle also. Dr. C was like, they're saying this is just a warm-up, and I'm already beat and I'm already tired. It was so funny. Reja comes in. She came in with the bodyguards, and I was just like, okay, fine. And then Dr. C was like, I told Vera that I would want a bodyguard for today because I wasn't sure what Zena would do to me. I love me some Dr. C. I don't care. I love me some Dr. C. She's messy, but I love me some Dr. At least she stands on business. Zena comes in. Dr. C was like, hey, hello, Zena. Are you better this morning? Okay, like Zena was not talking to her at all. And then in her confession, nimekosea nani? Well, Dr. C, you called her mistress. So, umemkosea. This was the second chance Zena had to talk to Dr. C. Like, she could have just pulled Dr. C aside, like, listen. But again, she didn't. Why? She wanted an audience. Because the first one, remember, is the sound healing. She didn't talk to Dr. C. This one, Dr. C tried to say hi to her. She didn't talk to Dr. C. So she wanted an audience, to be honest. They worked out. Remember, Vera did not come to this. Anyway, Vera already said she's not into working out. It's not her thing, so she doesn't have to be there. Mine, I guess her excuse is that she's pregnant, so she also doesn't have to be there. So yeah, after working out, Farah had set up like a nice spread at Palette Cafe. I think the ladies went home or something, or maybe it was just the studio, maybe. But when they came back, when they went to the Palette Cafe, they were refreshed. They looked fresher than, we are from working out. They looked fresh. She did have a nice setup. Vera came in. Dr. C was there. Who else was there? Dr. C was there. Raja was there. Yeah, I think people had gone home. Dr. C came, Raja came, and then Vera came in, said hello. And then some of the other ladies came in. And then there was the white guy that I usually see online. His name is Reverend something. But they kept calling him the Reverend. He came in. Who came in next? Oh, Zena comes. Zena says hi to everybody except Dr. C, of course. But she did say hi to everybody. Yes, except Dr. C. And then Farah calls Zena aside. And Farah is like, listen, there has been talk about the story that's online about you allegedly kidnapping a child. I'm a lawyer. I believe in innocent before, And Zena is like, it's okay. I already know. I'm okay. It's okay. I already know. So clearly, Zena was already warned about this. I feel like Mine and Vera already told her about this. Because at first, I was like, is she in on it? Last episode, I was like, is she in on it? And I'll tell you why I feel like Zena was in on it. I was like, is she in on it? And then I was like, no, I don't think she's in on it. I think she's also like a pawn. But this episode, she was in on it. So Zena is like telling Farah, don't worry, I already know about it. And I hope you have alcohol in this place. And Zena is like, Farah was like, I don't have alcohol in this place. They came in and sat down. So everybody was assigned seats, right? And then I remember Vera asking Farah, is there any alcohol here? And Vera is like, oh my God, how can we have a meetup and there's no alcohol? Well, Vera, you were pregnant last time and you were at the meetups, so you could sit last season, so you can also sit this season. And again, it's mind, body, and soul. And Farah is all about bodybuilding, healthy living. So her event, she didn't want alcohol, but later on I clearly saw that she had to bring the alcohol because Wakenya, Pombe, number one. Mine walks in. Listen, Mine, that jumpsuit, burn it, choma that jumpsuit. It did not do justice to your body at all. You looked horrible in that jumpsuit. You really did. And then Mine doesn't really know how to walk in heels. Mine struggled when it comes to heels. She does struggle. So Mine, choma your jumpsuit kabisa. She walks in and goes to sit down. But I loved her shades. Ooh, I loved her shades. I wish you could say where she got. I loved her shades. Farah stood up to talk about a chat that she had, and then she was like, Zena and Dr. C are opposites, but they would make good friends. And then Dr. C makes a joke. Zena, you see, there is hope. Zena is still ignoring Dr. C. One thing I forgot to say, when Zena came in at the Pale Cafe, Zena said, I wanted everyone to be here. And that's when I knew, oh, so Zena is going to make sure she's confronting Dr. C now when she has an audience. And then Zena was like, you are so mean to me constantly. And you keep repeating it and you don't know me and you're so mean to me. And then she was like, leo nimekungojea, nijaribu leo. Today, and take it as a threat. And I was like, okay. So now you're activated since there are people around. Since Vera and Mine are around, now you're activated. Now you can talk to Dr. C. Now you're angry. The other 2 times, you didn't even want to talk to her. But now you want to talk to her. And Dr. C is just there saying, I'm ready. It's okay. I'm ready. And then Dr. C was like, I hate you. You've called me a witch. You called anybody who's older a fossil. And I was like, yes. If you want to look like me, if you want to age like like wine instead of aging like milk, and everybody at the table is laughing at Dr. C. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like Dr. C. Maybe because I didn't see that line being funny. And then let me tell you something about people who've done plastic surgery. Because Zena has said that she has had some work done. You've had some work done, and then you want to insult another woman who hasn't had any work done. You had insecurities. You had your face or your body done. But now you want to insult another woman who hasn't done anything to her body. That means you're still insecure about something. So women like Zena who change the way they look, and then they open their mouth to insult women who haven't changed how they look. I never understand them. Like, do your plastic surgery and shut the fuck up. Stop insulting another woman. Ama maybe because they were insulted, so they're like, oh, now I look better, let me insult another woman. And I don't know why these guys think Dr. C is ugly. To me, a woman who can walk around with a bald head, that confidence is unmatched. Tell those some of these women to just wipe off their makeup and walk. They will not. So I don't know why they always, but I think that's the only jab they have towards Dr. C is her looks. To me, Dr. C is a beautiful woman. She ain't ugly. No, she ain't drop dead gorgeous though, but she ain't ugly to me. Farah, I think Farah was not around, and then Farah came in while they were fighting. Farah came in, she was looking nice. Like I said, I like Farah's, but I also like Farah's energy. Raja opened up about her cancer, and I don't know how it went to cancer, to vibrators, and to using your fingers. I don't know how, but I'm guessing it was the editing. She talks about her cancer. The ladies were sympathetic, but the story changed so quickly to vibrators and fingers. I don't know how it changed that fast. What happened next? Vera started the conversation. Zena, I want to tell you something. So it was my daughter's birthday, and me and Mine was sitting around, and we kept wondering, where did Dr. C get the mistress thing? So we assumed it was online. So because Dr. C said that you are mistress, we went online to Google you, and then me, I won't lie, what we found was really shocking. So we are just gonna tell you. So she was like prolonging it, and then Reg was like, oh, the kidnapping story. I was like, yes, Zena, that's how you do it. Stop. Me and Dr. C, me and Mine, we went online. Raj was the kidnapping story. I don't think Vera likes that. Vera did not like that because I think Vera wanted it to land a certain way, and Regia interrupted. And as soon as she said the kidnapping story, Zena stood up, walked off, came back with a brown envelope. She started removing papers. And before she removed the papers, and then Vera says, Dr. C was scared. And then Zena started removing papers and throwing them at Dr. C. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Take this. Take this. Now she's already mad. She's throwing papers at Dr. C. Dr. C is looking at her like, what is going on? What are you scared of? What are you scared of? And then Vera kept insisting, Dr. C, she was scared because, the kidnapping story, and she had just found out about it before Mine's event. That's why Dr. C left the event. Like Vera kept mentioning Dr. C. Dr. C didn't bring this information on TV. You and Mine brought this information on TV. It wasn't Dr. C. And that's when I knew, oh, okay. So you guys wanted, Vera and Mine wanted Dr. C to talk about it at the previous event. But Dr. C left because when Dr. C saw Zena, she's like, I just got this information. Even Dr. C said, I was on a call with Vera and Mine, and Dr. C, you should stop talking to Vera and Mine off camera because these two will always throw you under the bus. Always throw you under the bus. For what reason, I don't know. Like, if you guys have a problem with Zena, talk to Zena. You are the one who Googled it. Now you're throwing it all on Dr. C. And Dr. C sitting there because Zena is still throwing papers. Dr. C, I was beaten up. The day that boy was kidnapped, I was beaten up. Dr. C is just sitting there like, I have nothing to do with this. Everybody here has had the story. Why do you have a problem with me like that? Zena, if you're smart, when it comes to the reunion, your anger should go towards Vera and Mine. They're the ones who brought this story up on TV. Dr. C didn't bring it up on TV. They're the ones who did. And they I felt at first they used you, but now you were trying to get back at Dr. C. You were really trying to get back at Dr. C because I didn't even understand why you were throwing the shit to Dr. C. Anyways, then I started saying the world was against her. I was beaten up. I was hiding from people. She started crying. Vera started comforting her. What's her name? Mine came and comforted her. Regia was like, go hug her. She was telling Dr. C, just go hug her. Dr. C went and hugged her. She was like, sorry. And she left and came back down. Vera said, you two should hug each other. So Zena and Dr. C went and talked just a little bit and hugged each other. I guess they made up, and Dr. C was like, we should just go have coffee and talk. I felt like that's what you should have done, Zena. You should have just talked to her. I don't like you calling me a mistress, Kalas, but you wanted it to be a moment, and you looked dumb. To me, Zena, you looked dumb. To Zena, you looked dumb. You looked childish, dumb and childish. They ended up hugging each other. Everyone hugged each other. Mine said this is a sisterhood. No, it's not, but okay. Yeah, that was basically this week's episode. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy Farah. I enjoyed Farah's scenes. I enjoyed Dr. C's scenes. I enjoyed it. Mina's, I clearly think it's just copying everything that Real Houses of Atlanta, Beverly Hills. I'm guessing she's gonna copy something else from Potomac or something. New York, whatever. She's gonna copy something else. But yeah, that was this week's episode. I hope you liked my review. Bye bye.